launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, October 26th, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Over the last year or so, we've talked a lot about how much the classic physique division has grown and how much depth we see in some of these lineups on a weekly basis. But as of next year, it looks like there might be just a little bit more room at the top now that Bryan Jones is moving to the Men's Open. After back-to-back top 10 Olympia finishes, last week Bryan's team announced that he'd competed for the last time in Classic and that he was looking forward to giving his body a chance to grow without having to worry about making weight. From a structural standpoint, Bryan was probably one of the most gifted athletes in the division. So if he can add another 20 or 30 pounds without sacrificing his aesthetics, it'll be interesting to see how he stacks up to some of those monsters that he'll be up against next year. I know they say good things come to those who wait, but if you're a Flex Lewis fan, it might feel like you've been waiting for an awfully long time to see what his good things look like on an open bodybuilding stage. A few days ago, there were some videos circulating around of Flex training in the gym with Ruli Winkler, where it looked like the former 7-time 212 Olympia champ had put on some decent size since the last time we saw him. After being forced to pull out of the Olympia for 2 consecutive years now, I know there was some talk about Flex's transition into the Open being something that might not ever materialize. But now that things are more settled, hopefully he's got all the major setbacks out of the way, he's got a new kid on the way, and 100% Flex Lewis moving forward might be all these Open guys can handle. As of today, I believe we're a little less than 2 weeks out from the Prague Pro, which always ends up being a competitive show all the way across the board. So if you're looking to jump on a potential dark horse favorite in the 212, Oleh Kryvi might just be your guy. He was a top 6 Olympian 2 years ago during his rookie season, and after taking all of last year off for a variety of reasons, it looks like he's coming into Prague ready to make up for lost time. When we saw him on stage in 2019, he made it a habit of being one of the most conditioned athletes in the building. So if he can bring that look back and still show off new muscle that he's added, this guy is going to be a handful. And finally, we're closing out today's show by sending a big get well soon shout out to Fred Biggie Smalls, who was rushed to the hospital a few days ago after suffering a major pec tear during training.
So update B Nation, we're at the hospital. It looks like it's like torn pec. So trying to finish things up, make sure there's no further damage, and then we'll be out of here. So
this is really a shame for Fred because he was finally able to compete at the Cal Pro back in May after taking almost 3 full years off because he was constantly rehabbing one injury or another. So to be dealt a blow like this, it has to be pretty hard to deal with. But as he said while he was in that hospital, where one door closes, another door opens. And hopefully whatever that next door is, it's one that leads him to finding as much success and happiness away from the stage as he had while he was on it. So on behalf of all of us here, I want to wish you, Fred, a speedy recovery and hope that you'll be back up on your feet in no time. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.